Hi, I am Benedek, a medical student from Hungary, and today I'm going to teach you my 3-step memorization technique that has helped me to retain information 3 times faster than before. Before I started using this technique, I used to memorize things every single day for 10 hours and I just couldn't recall anything. But as I started using methods that actually worked, now I only study 3 to 4 hours a day and I'm getting better grades than before. You shouldn't expect that you will be able to memorize thousands of words in just a couple of minutes with this technique, but it will help you to boost your memory to a better level. The great thing about this technique is that it has 3 simple steps with 3 simple goals. And the idea is that you have to get to each goal and each step, but the process how you get to those is completely based on you. I have my own process, but you can adjust it to yourself and to your needs as well. So the 3 steps are the lazy part, the power part, and the revision part. And we are going to define a very specific goal for each step. I'm going to teach you my process on how I get to that goal, and I'm going to answer the question why is this step very important in your learning method. So step 1, the idea is that you have to get a basic understanding of the topic that you are going to learn. Let's say you have a 50-page chapter in front of you that you have to memorize by next week. The first thing you do is that you watch a YouTube video, watch a lecture, or just skim through the text and try to get a basic understanding of what you are going to learn about. So why is this important? Well, in the next step, we are going to deep dive into the material. We are going to read every single sentence very carefully. And to do that, you have to have some kind of understanding of the topic that you are learning. How I do it is basically I use YouTube videos. I sometimes like to talk to my friends about a topic or just attend a lecture. The reason why I call this the lazy part is because you can do it whenever you want. You can do it while you're cooking or taking a coffee break. So let's get to step 2. The name is power step because this is gonna take the most amount of energy and most amount of time. The goal of this step is to actually get a very good and deep understanding of the topic that you are learning. And the other goal is to get material ready for revision after. So the 2 goals of this step is first, you have to get a careful and deep understanding of the topic that you are learning. And second, you have to get your material ready for revision in step 3. But why is it important to get your material ready for revision? Well, I think you have heard about active recall and spaced repetition before. If not, go check out a video on them and see how flashcards are the best possible way to retain information long term. So yes, in step 2, we are going to make flashcards while understanding the topic very, very well. I know I've said flashcards and it might scare you that you have to create your own flashcards for this step, but I'm going to show you my process on how I create my flashcards while reading through the textbook myself. And it's actually a very convenient, very easy way to do it. So bear with me. Now I'm going to show you how I create my flashcards within the app Voovo. Let's say I'm studying the structure of neurotransmitters. I'm reading through my text, I'm highlighting the important parts, and then, I go through it and I understand it very deeply, as I said, which is step 2. And then I want to create my flashcard of it. Let's say I want to remember this part here. So I put this text into the question side, and I'm just going to quickly drag this image to the answer. So later when I'm studying, I will actually have the chance to recall the information I just read here. In this app, you can actually turn any diagram into flashcards as well. Let me show you how. Let's say you want to remember this diagram of neurons and axons. So just quickly highlight it, take a screenshot, and drag to the other side. And you can see that you can drop it to this part, drop image to create diagram card. And what it does is that it actually scans all the text on the image. And if you retry scan, it's gonna scan it perfectly. And then you can just select all and create a flashcard, let's say with 3 information in each card. And this is how it looks. It blurs these 3 parts right here. And then it's going to show you IPSP, EPSP twice. You can use this feature to turn any anatomy diagrams into flashcards as well, just like this. You select this part, you drag it to the app. As you can see, it perfectly scanned every single part, so you can just create flashcards in seconds. Let me show you how a diagram card looks at the end. So you go here, you can see it blurred this part, and if you check the answer, yes, it was the rectum. Now let's create another flashcard. I want to turn this removal of neurotransmitters into a card. So first I'm going to highlight these tags. This is going to be the answer, as you can see here. And then I'm going to put removal of neurotransmitters in the question. But I also need a figure like this to remember better. So I'm going to add this to the answer side as well, just by dragging it right here. A great way to turn definitions into flashcards with Voovo is you can just simply select, let's say, this part, and then when you paste, you actually select this button, fill in the blank. And what it does is that you can find the words that you want to remember. Let's say postsynaptic here and postsynaptic here, and potentials here, and you can turn it into a fill in the blank card. Let me show you how it works. It looks just like this, and then you can check the answer on the other side. The great thing about this app is that it actually works with non-PDF formats as well. So this is just a scanned book, as you can see, it's very low quality, and you can do the same. You can just drag it here, and as you can see, it says drop image to scan text into question, and it's gonna scan the text that is on the picture that you're dragging. And it scans it Nephron automatically. You can do it with the answer as well. Scan it, and it scanned it perfectly. And just to better remember it, you can add a picture on the answer side as well. Let me show you another great feature of Voovo, which is the voice cards. What you can do here is that instead of typing in the question, the answer, or copying and pasting it, you can just simply record your voice, just like so. The 3 types of removal of neurotransmitters: diffusion, enzymatic degradation, and uptake by cells. By the end of step 2, you should have a deep understanding of the topic that you are learning, and also you should have your flashcards ready to revise in step 3. In step 3, you are going to revise the information that you created in step 2. What I usually do is that right after I'm finished reading the topic, I'm going to go through all of my flashcards. So by the end, I know every single detail perfectly. How I revise my flashcards is the following. I check the blurred image on a diagram card, let's say, and then I check my answer. If I knew it pretty well, I'm going to give the rating too easy. But I had no idea about this one, so I'm going to give the rating no idea. As I move to the next one, it's a different type of flashcards, they fill in the blank, but still I'm going to check the answer, and I'm going to rate my answer as well. The algorithm behind the app actually will repeat the flashcards that I struggle with much more often. So by the end, I will give a perfect rating for each flashcard, and that's when you can move on to the next step. Once you have went through all of your flashcards, you should know every single detail by now. But the very important thing is to repeat it days, weeks, or months later. And the great thing about this app is that it will remind you that you have to revise these flashcards when it's the perfect time to trigger that information based on spaced repetition. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it can help you as well, since it has helped me to save me from countless of late night studying hours at the library. Och med det här så är jag så jobbig.